Hello children, hope you all are in good health. Okay, see, we are going to start this chapter, the flower. In this chapter we are going to study following points. The first point is what is a flower and why is it important for a plant. Second, we will be studying the structure of a typical flower, typical bisexual flower, okay, with the help of a diagram, right? We will be studying the different parts that are present in the flower. After that, we will go into the detailed study of the parts of the flower under general description of floral parts. Okay, whatever parts we have studied over here, that we are going to study in detail in the general description. After that, we will be studying certain terms that are related to the flower. Okay, the terms that were not considered in these 2 points that will be studied over here. Okay, like we will be studying what is a complete flower, what is a perianth, etc. All those things will be studied under terms related to flower. Then we will go through the sexuality in flower and in plants. Okay, how depending upon the male and the female parts of the flower has been divided into different types, and depending upon the types of flower there are different types of plants that we are going to study in this part. Last, we will consider 2 more terms related to the flower: inflorescence and placentation. Okay, these 2 terms which are related to the flower, these things we are going to study in this chapter. So let us start the chapter with the introduction. Okay, see, we all know that reproduction is important function for the survival or continuation of a species. With the help of reproduction, a particular species continues for generations. Okay, without reproduction, the particular species will stop and it will extinct, right? So reproduction is very important process. And when we consider the flowering plants, the process of reproduction is performed by the flower. Okay, so in flowering plants, reproduction is by flowers. The flower is considered as most beautiful and conspicuous part of a plant. Even you must be liking a flower because it looks very beautiful, right? So what is a flower? The flower is a specialized shoot in which the leaves are modified into floral structures. Okay, so what is a flower? Flower is a special shoot, okay, in which the leaves have been converted into floral structures. Floral structures, for example, petals. The leaves are converted into petals. So it is a special type of shoot in which the leaves have been converted into petals or other floral structures. Okay, so such type of a special shoot in which the leaves are modified into floral structures is called a flower. Understanding? Now the next thing is we are going to study over here the structure of a bisexual flower. Okay, see, the flower consists of different parts, and these different parts we are going to study with the help of this diagram of a typical bisexual flower. Okay, so this is the complete diagram. One by one we will study the different parts of this typical bisexual flower. This is the stalk of the flower, which is also called as the pedicel. Why is the pedicel important? Because it gives support to the flower and it attaches the flower to the plant. That is why the stalk is important, or the pedicel is important. Try using the botanical term or the biological term pedicel in place of stalk. Then at the tip of the stalk, okay, one more thing, in certain flowers you will not find the stalk to be present. Okay, such flowers are called as sessile flowers. S-E-S-S-I-L-E, sessile flowers. Flowers without stalk are called as sessile flowers. Okay, now coming to the second part, at the tip of the stalk or at the tip of the pedicel there is a cup shaped structure called as the thalamus. It is also called as receptacle. Okay, all the different floral parts are present on this receptacle. Okay, all the different floral parts, there are 4 in number. Okay, the calyx, the corolla, androecium and gynoecium, they are arranged on the thalamus in 4 different whorls. Okay, 4 different circles, you can say, right? So the outermost or the first whorl is the calyx. Then we are having the second whorl as the corolla, the orange color petals, okay, related to petals, corolla. The third one is the androecium, okay, the male reproductive part, and the fourth one is the gynoecium, the female reproductive part. Understanding? Now the calyx and corolla, they are called as the non-essential whorls of the flower or non-essential parts of the flower. Why? Because they are not directly involved in the process of reproduction. Okay, see, the calyx, as far as the corolla is concerned, it will be acting in a supportive way. It will attract the insects for the process of pollination, which is required in reproduction. Okay, so it is acting in a supportive way, but if it is not present, then also the process of reproduction will be taking place. Okay, so such whorls, the calyx and corolla, are called as non-essential whorls because they are not directly involved in the process of reproduction. Whereas the androecium and the gynoecium, the male reproductive part and the female reproductive part, are considered as the essential whorls of the flower because they are directly involved in the process of reproduction. Okay, without androecium and gynoecium, the reproduction will not take place, right? That is why they will be called as essential or reproductive parts of the flower. Getting it? Okay, so this is the typical flower, and we are going to study in detail about each part in the descriptive part. Okay,